Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, PokeGems Art. Alright, we did SpongeBob the other day. So after SpongeBob, who else is next that I'm going to teach you to draw? Alright, this funny character is SpongeBob's best buddy, Patrick Star. But before we get started, guys, do me a favor. You see that like button? You see that follow button? Go ahead and smash those two buttons before we get started. And let's see how we can draw this guy. Alright, to start out today's drawing, it's super simple. We're going to start out with pencil, and we're going to draw him here in the middle of the page. Now, Patrick Star is basically, almost you can picture like a cone shape. So picture like a cone shape that's kind of like his head is kinked over. So like a cone in the middle, if you kind of picture that, that'll give you an idea. And if you make him a little bit fatter, a little bit skinnier, it's okay. But let's start out by drawing the bottom of his shape. And then you'll just come upwards, just like so, almost like a Hershey kiss. There's a good other way to figure it or think about it. There you go, something like that. Alright, the nice thing about doing it with pencil is you can always erase, you can always change it if you need to change something a little bit, but I think I'm happy with that shape, just like that is right there. Alright, the next thing we're going to do from here is we're going to continue on and we're going to make his hands. Now we're going to make this one pretty simple. We're going to have one hand obviously coming off on the right side and then his other hand kind of coming off on the left side like so. So it's a little bit wider at the bottom and a little bit thinner on top, and you can make them next to each other just like so. Alright, the next step is we're going to start creating his pants or his shorts or his belt area, whatever you want to call it, just like so. After that, we're going to come down with his big tummy just like that, and I think we're almost there. And then the last and final thing is we've got to make his legs. So it's basically just little legs. I mean, he is a star. So you need to picture, technically, a star has what? 5 points, right? So we need to make the 5th point. His head is 1 point, his arms are the 2 points, and then the bottom of his legs. And then this other one, we're going to make a little differently because that other one we're gonna do like his pant leg. So that's why I especially did that one just a little bit different. You'll see when I color it why we made that one a little bit different. Alright, there we go. Patrick Star, 5 points. We're almost there, guys. Alright, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna draw his eyes. Now Patrick has 2 big round eyes, so you're basically gonna draw an oval and then your second oval just like that. And if they're a little bit different size, it's okay. Make one a little bit smaller, one a little bit larger. And then you've got his large eyelashes or eyebrows. I don't know which one they are. Let's call them eyebrows right over his eyes, just like so. Alright, the next thing we want to do is his mouth. Now his mouth, he's got a big, huge smile or grin. So let's go ahead and make it on one side here. And then from here we'll continue it in and just do a really big smile on the inside, just like so. Alright, we're gonna come out a little bit, and then from here, maybe just not as much. Yeah, we'll come down a little bit, just like so, and then that huge smile coming in, just like that. Alright, big mouth open wide. And then inside his mouth, he's got his little tongue, so we'll draw that just like that. Alright, now on his shorts, he's got a little pattern, some flower pattern. So let's go ahead and draw one there, and then the other one I'm gonna do right here on his pant leg. Now I'm sure you've seen it drawn various ways, but let's make this a little bit different. So his pants leg will be the other one. And guys, like I always do with my projects, I'm gonna go ahead and continue this with marker just to go ahead and highlight it a little bit more. So when you're done with your pencil, trace everything or outline it with your marker. Then go ahead and use your eraser. If you have any pencil left over, you can get rid of that pencil and then take your brush and get rid of all of your little pencil shavings. Guys, that's basically it. That's our entire shape. Now we need to color him. So I'm going to use colored pencils again. The inside of Patrick's body is kind of like a pinkish, purplish color. So I'm going to show you guys a cool art trick here. We're going to do something a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that darker color for a second, but I'm going to color his entire body here with this lighter purplish pink, and then you'll see what I do afterwards. So we're gonna do that just like so, and then I went off camera and I just kind of went over it. But then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my darker purple and just go over the edges just ever so slightly, kind of create a little highlight or a little shadow and it really brings out his color even more. So guys, when you're using colored pencils, I mean, that's a cool art trick. You know, you can definitely go over them one over another. Start with the lightest color and then go darker. And then here we go with the green, guys. His shorts are green, and I'm going to do the same thing. So these little areas are going to be purple. So you're going to color everything but those little flower patterns. We're going to start with the light green, just like we did on the light purple. So we started with the light green, and then again, I'm going to take that darker green and just go over those edges just a little bit, just to highlight that, give it a little bit of shadow, a little bit more of an effect. Just like so. Alright, there we go. I think that looks good. Alright, next thing we've got to do is we're going to take a darker purple and we're going to put the highlights in, and we're going to color these little designs on his shorts. And like I said, we're going to go over that with the darker purple, like so. Alright, next thing we've got to do is we've got to color the inside of his mouth. So let's start with a pink for his tongue, and then we'll do we'll do the same thing. We'll use a couple different pink colors, and then for the inside of the mouth, we'll kind of use a darker red, but we'll just ever so slightly do it really light, just like so. And then we'll take our white colored pencil and just go over that. The white colored pencil does a really nice job blending the colors together. So we'll do the same thing with the eyes. You see how it really makes them pop out really nicely? Alright, the next thing we've got to do is we've got to give Patrick a little belly button. And because he's a star, you know how starfish have the little tiny, I don't know what they call them, little holes or something like that. We're going to color those and make those just with our dark marker. Guys, super easy project today. We used a pencil, a marker, and eraser. We used a couple different markers and then a bunch of different colored pencils, various colors. Guys, feel free to do this with marker. Feel free to use crayons. You can use paint, anything. Guys, check out this other drawing where I drew SpongeBob the other day, and I will definitely see you guys on that next project.